If Jeff Bezos wants to drive a bloody great big yacht through your city, Rotterdam, you better get your bridges out of the way. And if some of that money was got by not paying people properly, and in some cases allowing people to die at work, that's none of your business. Hello there, you 4.9 shimmering wonders. You continue to awaken and grow as together we ignore their narrative and create our own. And part of it is looking at the new kings that stand astride the globe, like emperors, like pharaohs. Among them, of course, Jeff Bezos, who, as far as I know, on a personal level, might be a really, really lovely human being, but as the pinnacle of a great deal of profit from the Amazon industries, which you know's got some nefarious stuff going down, and we all love it, and we all use it, and all of that stuff. But this story, you're going to love it. The Dutch city of Rotterdam is going to dismantle its historic Koningshaven Bridge in order to let Amazon founder Jeff Bezos' Y721 super yacht sail through. I mean, in a sense, that's all the information you need to understand the dynamics of the world. While you're patriotically supporting your country, whichever country it is you're into, in fact and in effect, this is merely a veil to distract you from the reality that actually the interests of powerful people and powerful institutions are always met over and above your needs and requirements. The vessel, which is being built in the nearby town of Rotterdam, will be the world's largest sailing super yacht when it's finished. It's weird, isn't it? Don't you think, Jeff Bezos? He must, to some degree, be aware of the negative publicity and that. And he addresses this by, a lot of people didn't like it when I went to space, you know? They thought me going up there to the stars in the cock rocket was somehow a sign of hubris. I'm going to show them what a down-to-earth guy old Jeff Bezos can be. How you going to do that, boss? I'm building me a super yacht, and it's going to be so super and so massive that all the people of Rotterdam will come out to salute me when I sail away. Look at them. See them on the riverside, shaking their fists in appreciation, crying with gratitude for the business I've brought to their city. You done it again, boss. The decision to dismantle the bridge to allow the yacht to leave the Netherlands comes despite officials promising, after the monument was restored in 2017, that the bridge would never be dismantled again. What do I keep dismantling this bridge for? Do you want a bridge or not? Okay, there it is. It's down to the bridge. Okay, dismantle it, dismantle it. Richard Branson wants to wear a really tall top hat and march down the Like, 2017 is not even that long ago, is it? It's only a bit ago. Like, leave it. The historic bridge, known to locals as De Hef, which translates to bridge we take up and down again at the convenience of billionaires, was built in 1878 and had to be rebuilt after it was bombed by the Nazis during the Second World War. Rotterdam's mayor, Ahmed Aboutalab, has tried to justify the decision by claiming that the building of the €430 million super yacht, which will feature an accompanying support boat and helipad, has brought many new jobs to the region. Oh, thanks. Thanks for the new job, polishing your helipad. Can I get a new job licking up your spit? I'm sick of hearing that justification, aren't you? Ah, the old billionaires. There they are, bringing new jobs. Some people are dying while they're doing those jobs. Yeah, but it was a job while they were alive, though, wasn't it? Thank you, Bezos. The reports attracted plenty of local anger. This man has earned his money by squeezing staff, evading taxes and tax regulations, and now we have to tear down our beautiful national monument, says Stephen Lewis, a councillor for the local Green Left Party. The reason we're telling you this story is because it's like a folk tale of mythic and symbolic potency that informs you exactly how reality operates. A national government, a sovereign power says, we are never taking this bridge down again. It is a symbol for the people, a symbol of our togetherness and unity. Then a billionaire wants to just sail their boat out of there. They go, oh, sorry, okay, fair enough, take it down. They sail around the world doing what they want, ignoring the wishes of a sovereign government and sovereign people in order, not for something that's necessary, just to have a really, really bloody, stupid big yacht with an helicopter on it. This is a person who, like you and I, will one day die. And that thing, that super yacht, will one day rot and decay somewhere. Whereas principles and symbols and communities and the bridges that we should be building between one another are deep, metaphorical, powerful emblems that suggest togetherness and that real power is collective. It's also a myth of globalization because to the boat, nothing matters. The boat can go anywhere. The borders don't matter to the boat. There is a class of people that can go where they want, do what they want, sail wherever they want. For them, there is no regulation. For them, there are no borders. A superclass of people who sail above the rules and regulations that the rest of us abide by, even if it means bringing down national monuments to facilitate their convenience.
A proud maritime nation.
Not for long.
This steel structure was the first part of Rotterdam's iconic skyline to be restored after the city was reduced to rubble by the Nazis.
Finally, we have restored our proud bridge. We built it together as a community, didn't we? Hello? Jeff Bezos, what? Get the fucking bridge down, everybody! Bezos is in town! Our sweet heritage.
Reduced to rubble by the Nazis during the Second World War.
Actual Nazis. It's like an icon of their recovery. The Dutch people have reinstated that bridge somewhat as a metaphor of the reclamation of their national sovereignty. So it's impossible not to see the destruction of the bridge as a similar capitulation to the kind of forces that now have the kind of power to dominate and control, but perhaps have a bit better PR.
Back then, Rotterdam Council said it would never be dismantled again.
Oh, no!
But now they've told the people there's no other way for the multi-billionaire super yacht to make it from this shipbuilder's yard in Alblasserdam to the open seas.
Also, that's not very good planning down at the old shipyard, is it? There, it's perfect in every way. How are we going to get it out of here? Fuck you, Bezos!
Many Rotterdammers aren't impressed.
The more monies you have, the more power you get, even though it goes against principles of the city.
Principles of the city are meaningless. The symbol of the city's return from the tyranny of Nazi occupation is meaningless. If you don't know by now that the only thing that matters is the will of the powerful, and that will will be asserted with the compliance of the mainstream media and the facilitation of the government, then you've not been paying attention to this channel. The reason that much power has been centralized is because of, in some cases, what I would regard as malpractice within Amazon. For example, would Amazon and Jeff Bezos have enough money to demand that a country take down one of its proud symbols if Amazon hadn't avoided taxes? In 2012, Amazon made more than 3.3 billion in sales, but didn't pay any corporation tax. Pay your tax, we could build a bridge with that. Reports of treating its workers poorly. The reason you treat workers poorly is not out of cruelty and inhumanity, it's to generate more profit. We all know that. And paying them effectively under minimum wage. Reports of unsafe and grueling conditions at warehouses. Allegations of covering up worker death, that's just an allegation. Customer data scandals, obviously generates profit. Government contracts with the CIA and Department of Defense. So even though this was not frivolous for the people of Rotterdam, it's a proud symbol of their history and cohesive achievements as a city of shipbuilders and industrialists being dismantled to facilitate the convenience of a billionaire colossus. The story is tethered in every direction to the power of essentially a fiefdom of corporate power that has more power than certainly you have, but in a sense has more political power than a sovereign nation.
The council pointed out the construction of the mammoth three-masted yacht had been good for the local economy.
It's not that good for local morale, though. Do you know, this is a story that shows you in a sharp focus the way that our values are out of whack. For the convenience and pleasure of a set of billionaires, the spirit of a city can be decimated, and because the people of that city have been sold the dream that this is good for business. Well, good for business ain't the only thing in the world. Meanwhile, Amazon has been accused of deploying illegal tactics to stop workers at Staten Island warehouse from supporting a union drive. Organisers for the Amazon Labour Union have been openly campaigning for a union vote at the Staten Island JFK 8 warehouse since April. The NLRB, National Labour Relations Board, issued a complaint against Amazon, alleging that the company repeatedly broke the law by threatening, surveilling and interrogating their Staten Island warehouse workers. So, when Amazon workers try to organise for their collective rights, Amazon directly and effectively opposes that attempt at coming together. When the people of Rotterdam say, hey, we'd prefer our bridge was left there, former Amazon proprietor Jeff Bezos continues to do whatever he wants. This is a demonstration of the systems that control all of our lives and the way that they effectively operate. The NLRB's complaint accused Amazon of bringing in a union avoidance consultant in May who told employees the union drive would fail because its organisers were thugs. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Whenever people try to organise together and have a voice, the media, big business and their opponents say they're thugs. There's no legitimacy to what they want. They're thugs, these people. Oh, they're right-wing, they're racist, whatever. I'm not saying there's no such thing as racism. Evidently there is, and it should be banned and abolished and stamped out and stopped. stopped. But it's very interesting the way that these negative labels are used to prevent open conversation and transparent communication. Motherboard reports that the complaint also alleged that a security guard confiscated union literature from a worker and surveilled employees. Amazon also illegally fired Daquin Smith, one of the e-commerce workers at Staten Island, New York. The NLRB confirmed that the retail giant laid off Smith because he tried to create worker unions against the e-commerce giant. A warehouse in Alabama is also set to hold a rerun of a union election it held in spring last year. Workers at Amazon's warehouse in Bessemer, Alabama, voted against forming a union, but the NLRB ordered the election to be reheld after it ruled Amazon had illegally pressured workers into voting against unionization. So, whether it's prohibiting workers from coming together to stand up, or all the whole other list of transgressions that Amazon appear to have been participating in, the accumulation of this wealth comes at a cost. It comes at a cost to cities. It comes at a cost to symbols. It comes at a cost to national, communal and tribal pride. It comes at an individual cost. It comes at the cost of taking down a bridge. But as long as Jeff Bezos can sail around the world, a true globalist, king of the kingdom, then I guess we can say these systems are working just fine. Hopefully this time the people of Rotterdam will stand firm and not let anybody else dismantle that bridge. Right, this time we mean it. Nobody else takes down this bridge. It's a symbol of Rotterdam success. Bill Gates on the phone. Hey, maybe you think billionaires and the billionaire class have gone too far. Maybe you think the wealth transfer in the pandemic has been a little bit crazy. Let me know in the comments below. What kind of force is required to oppose something that's as globalist as this? It has to be transcendent to the national. It has to be small enough to be local. It has to recognize the freedoms of the individual. And we have to come together pretty soon. But that's just what I think. Let me know again in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, have a look at this one. The old cock rocket in full bloom. Have a look at this one if you want to as well. Watch whatever you want to watch. Please sign up to my mailing list so I can stay in regular contact with you and let you know what I'm doing. For example, I'm all over the UK doing some fantastic live shows. I'm in the run now. It's brilliant. It's brilliant to be with you, to connect with you. Click the link to see where it is and sign up to my mailing list. Stay free.